Good morning, YouTube. My name is NoNoNoah, and welcome back to Hooked on You. I had to kind of stop recording these like almost immediately after the first episode aired because my voice went to absolute total shit, and it's still recovering, but I need to get another one of these out because this game has kept my attention. So here we go. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, go ahead and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, but don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and will only be time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time's my favorite activity, says the Wraith. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you. But you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think we're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Even though it's been taking some pressure off of me. Which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head so quick, and I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so he's literally named nobody now. No, what do you think should go first? Who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's the name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Obviously, Huntress. I choose you, Huntress. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Oh, because of Pokemon? Fuck off. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous red wood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated sadly from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that there would be enough to dissuade them from the curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful. Her voice was the last relic of humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and no precarious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you ring her clutches. Those who have seen say she wears a mask of hair stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end for what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of. Excuse me? It is said that the Huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cavern to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to a wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The Huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the Huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress' mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old gray wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. Make a joke, join in singing, slow clap. Join in singing. They'll snatch you up between his teeth if on the bed's edge you sleep, and drag you to the forest deep beneath the quaking tree. The Huntress can't believe you know the song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep. Tuck so tightly you must keep, or he will come for you. The song ends, and you are both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song! Bayou Bakashi, the old Soviet lullaby, right? It is the song of my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. The memories, they are so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Okay, the thing about this is that of all the killers, I think the Huntress probably is the most redeemable in the game, at least. Because the Trapper, if I remember his lore correctly, he was manipulated by his father to be a brutal supervisor in their coal mine, and then he snapped one day and killed everybody. The Wraith was a junkyard scrapper who would operate the compact press for cars, and he didn't realize that he was also crushing people in the trunks of those cars because it was a little side special or something. So he killed everyone at that place that ran it and then wandered off. And so I guess he would be kind of redeemable too. The spirit, I know nothing about. Alright, everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Structure shows up and he's blaring his latest song. I don't like this guy. How do you have a fucking 8-pack, dude? Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special. Those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on the island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a little bit confused about what to make of this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead man, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke! However, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all this campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the Huntress! You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. I have already forgotten our little talk, Ocean. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. No way. How cool. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. Huntress foxily twirls her hair. Is that a fucking word? Tell the truth. What do you think of my tale? Do I have the makings of a best-selling author such as the comedic mastermind? I don't know what that name is. It was a really well-told narrative. Clear beginning, middle, and end. Riveted from the start. Plus, the woman in the forest, I mean you. You are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're being a suck-up. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Chuckle awkwardly. Call out her tired storytelling. I'm gonna get my fucking head cut off. That's a pretty tired storytelling trope. Whoa, Huntress likes learning new things, but you don't have to be rude about it. Never insult a killer's storytelling talent. In a flash, Huntress grabs her hatchet from her belt and hacks you to death. Talk about a story with a moral. Did you see that one coming, ass up? Yeah. I did kind of literally just fucking say that I was about to get hacked in half. And chuckle awkwardly. You chuckle awkwardly at Huntress' statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves you're about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow? Only if I don't see you first. You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary area. Oh, bow hunting, not bow. Bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary area you shoot in her teeth, and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. I am terrified and aroused. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Maybe. I'm gonna take a quick drink. If you head over to the campfire, the heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking in the crackling embers, you think about Huntress' story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children in an attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prison here on this island? Is it your salvation? Or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. You mean Claudette and nobody. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that, lit by firelight. We must apologize by the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you want to rob of their beauty sleep. Another fucking minigame? This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. However, the pointer stops. That's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one is to know if you don't tell them. I guess I'm ready to play. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might just adjust the dial to fix it. Oh, fuck. 90. Listen more. Let's do 10. I was gonna say 102. I want to do 102. What's the fucking point of this?
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment.
I am so tired of hearing Matthias' voice.
Groups of people who interact on every single possible...
Turn it off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you play by the fire? The Huntress, obviously! Are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. It's tea. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe it isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're just paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one seems undeniably odd. Really worked up a sweat watching those killers toss the ball around, huh? Would it have hurt so much to go splash around with some cool ocean waves afterwards? I'm just saying, I'm out here, you know. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Wraith stares at you, awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you or on either side. Nope, just staring. Lovely. Gotta love that shit. Oh, you're awake! I saw you with the Huntress right before bedtime. Are you making some sort of, alliance? Are you with... Wraith scans the horizon. Them? I'm just making sure you are who you say you are. I've been burned before and something seems off on this island since you've arrived. Even more off than usual. Maybe we could talk about it more tomorrow. It's just since you got here, I think we could have really have a nice day tomorrow. Together. It's just you have no idea how long I've been here with these monsters. To be honest, I have no idea either. They're just awful. Boring and loud and stupid. You're different. There's someone finally here on my level. You're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could, you know, have fun. I could show you some cool stuff if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. I get it, no pressure. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Good night. Finally alone for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Yay! We fucking survived a day. Thank God. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who wasn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do. Okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words. I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her intros off my safari. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer is. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. He knows about the others. Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper, oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw bear and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Trapper, if I'm honest, I just want to kill about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I just want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like to for them to continue living. For now. One false step and... well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. Wraith, I don't really care. This island's full of people who really don't like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan. Anyways, the Spirit. You know, I think I learned a lot about myself today. I always thought I was doomed to be alone for an eternity, and only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Now I know it. Well, I didn't really talk to fucking Spirit, like, literally at all, did I? I didn't care enough about her. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, even though there's clouds in the background. And you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least, they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. I do not like this fucker. Morning, beautiful. I thought you'd like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? I'm not drinking that, am I? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Twinkster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No way, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. Definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was most certainly not coffee. I am aware. I have big brain. I don't want anyone you're casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of places you give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please be sure to leave a review, it really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we move on, please? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omnipotent, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm going to say it is, even a place of extreme horror, we can still receive 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You can really judge it on the artist's intent and whenever possible start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistency, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process with an ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. What the fuck is this? Are you on a goddamn soapbox now? Did you try to sell me on this place actually being good? You have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do, make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? I would also like to move on. Of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I'm suspicious there's no no option, though. Yes, I'm not at all suspicious, but there's no no option here. What an encouraging response, and we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe NoNoNoah isn't suspicious because they figured out that they're actually trying to do here. Zero Trance, they're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond. What? Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter, though, NoNoNoah. We're so happy to hear you having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Did you hear us? We're all having fun. I don't fucking want to deal with this. I don't want to fucking deal with this. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We've all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Fuck no. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word on it. God damn it! Perfect! Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, no, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. After all, this game is so inward on its own fucking ass. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast. That was it. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these peach pods. We're all half naked in tropical paradise. Can we even get some strawberries here? Or yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. To be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. I feel a stirring inside my animal heart. Something I've never felt before. It's almost like the feeling right before I go in for the kill, but softer. Warmer. Sounds like it could be love. Or maybe just indigestion from all the raw beef she had last night. Ah, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast to... Just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well, as you know. I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you are all really left me alone yesterday to my best not constantly annoyed self, and I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with all of you while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. I'm glad the introduction of NoNoNoah to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking questions too. It's, when will Wraith shut up? And now we're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I believe I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. What a power play, keeping him wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. I don't think I've eaten anything on this island since I've been here. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay. You know, I could be pursuing a relationship with one of these fine 4 killers. But it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? No. No. No, I don't want to fucking date the narrator. It's only okay, in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I've heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Yo, yeah, that's it. Yes. How does that feel? Intense, says Dwight. Nice, Claudette. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow! Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left in a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it! Ah, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here. And that I could hear you. Well, you know. You know what? What do you think we were doing? you were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun? This game. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. That's so fucking terrible. That's so fucking bad. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place where we need to bleed out from, and I believe that that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Do you actually think me and him, Dwight? Ah! You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. Jesus Christ, she's still laughing. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, NoNoNoah, you're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. That's a stupid word. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where are we? Oh yeah, you're headed to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precarious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's the fucking trickster. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way. Maybe you can see them later on my private stays on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. I don't give a shit. And that blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius idea. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You gotta give him anything. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends just because he had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy is gone, we've got some ground rules established, and we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, another shadow. Those people will not leave you alone. Let's see what it is this time. Ah, yes, Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. You should get out of here. I know this place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us, hear us. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic, bring your swimsuit, a pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You have to make a run for it at some point. You should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, so you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? They call her the Huntress, not the hug stress. You look up at this towering goddess trying to form a sentence when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the trapper interjects. I demand that you reconsider. Why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you ever wanted? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly before you can go on only one date today. You also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? Obviously the fucking Huntress. I gotta go with Huntress. Whee! Why the fuck would I date the trapper? You and the Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrumps in your chest. Don't look it up. Thrumps is a real word, I swear. What the fuck? Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix the sexy and the horrifying? Huntress is as quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscles and silent leaps across thorny brush. She halts suddenly. You crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize she's poisoned you and you're dying. You realize that you arrived, the cabin in the woods, obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories, and you've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you, though, through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if she's trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? No. Oh, is it just me, or did the Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge. Come in, let's explore. I'm gonna get my fucking head cut off. Oh wow, this is actually kind of quick. You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it certainly has a homely charm. You're quite the decorator. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantel. Something tells you that the people who once owned these things are not all of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? It's so much. I'm more of a minimalist. I could learn to like this. It's so much! Are you a hoarder? Do you need so many watches and umbrellas? Are those someone's reading glasses? They probably missed them. And keys, goodness, the keys, isn't it a bit much? Huntress lights up. She's excited that you know all of these random things are called. I so very badly want to know why humans carry around so many peculiar accoutrements. It is a bit much, which means I've got plenty to share. Here, take this. Oh, a key! She gives you one of her precious shiny objects to keep. No one's going to talk about how the Huntress doesn't know what a key is, but does know the word accoutrement. Okay, moving on then. I can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We can find so many goodies on the island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at? No. Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You're not mad about it. But before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Crabs? It's an attack. A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevice in the poorly constructed cavern. They race at you in hundreds of swarms, crackling their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. Run and hide, grab a Shashka, shield Huntress. Don't think I need to shield Huntress. I don't think running and hide is a good idea. I guess I'll go with this. You quickly reach and grab the Shashka off the wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know what a Shashka is, a Russian sword. Not an umbrella or a can of cola or something like that. Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying away back in their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just not happy to be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has the ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? Of course. I love kids. Would love to be a parent one day. Huntress smiles. I loved my dear mother so much. I can't wait to have that sort of special relationship with my daughter one day. Teach her everything I know. And I won't be killed by some horrible elk. What were you like as a child? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive and went back to the cottage, and Mother would tell me stories. We'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods, somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted for me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm, and everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. Why does she know that word? But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's on to you. But on to you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head, nightmares, visions of a dark cloud, Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belay some sort of hypnosis. Quick, validate her theory and try to push it off. Totally. Think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you all been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? I've been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. There's a strange symbol on it. It's a bottle. Truthfully, it doesn't seem that strange to you. It's just a glass bottle. However, the label is interesting. She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Dwight and Claudette burst in on you and interrupt. We have a dramatic announcement, but it first needs to happen back at the beach. What the fuck? Alright, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this episode down in the comments below and what about this game as well. And I will see all you know bros later. Peace for now. Bye!